Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faye, and it is my honor to spend this time with you. Today, I just want to invite you guys to join me in the Empire. This is where your go-getters meet, where we come and we begin to pray together. We begin to strategize together. We build a community that sharpens each other to be, do, and have everything God called us to be, do, and have. And so the link is in the description. Today, though, we're gonna jump into something that I feel like literally set me on track and gave me the ability to begin to when I started out in business. I started out as a literally a maid, and I learned that if I put organization on the back of my cleaning business, it would allow me to charge more. And so I went from this cleaning houses to organizing to walking dogs to hustling. Then eventually I got into the financial literacy space because my credit was jacked up to the max. And I learned what I'm about to teach y'all today is what took me to a whole other level. Whole other level. And so it's about conversation. It's about being the master asker. It's about knowing how to engage people. One thing I know is that if you don't know how to effectively communicate, you're going to always be, behind the eight ball. You're going to always be showing up looking crazy and never going to get the outcomes you really believe in God for. And so, real quick, story time. I was with one of my homies, great entrepreneur, super amazing, had an amazing quality product and service, and was literally changing lives, not even kidding. But this guy, whom I absolutely respect, good people, y'all. I remember one time he invited me to an event. I went to this event and it was absolutely incredible. And they set it up to where you go to the event. After the event, it was a little networking hour. And I had this training, he did not. And I wasn't coaching back in that day. I was just kind of, building my own business, but still running with like minds entrepreneurs. But I watched how he was flowing. And I watched something that I was like, yeah, we gotta fix that. And I learned at that point that most entrepreneurs don't know this. And so what I'm going to teach you right now is going to change your whole life if you take it and apply it. Okay. And so we had this networking time in this event. This event is full of heavy hitters, high level entrepreneurs, absolutely incredible. Super even grateful to be invited into the space. Okay. And so we're in there, y'all, and they got us ready to go and meet and greet. We just met these people. Okay. Mind you, no one really knew anybody, but you could tell there were some relationships with the heavy hitters, the people that was on the panels and different organizers. You could kind of tell they knew each other, but for the most part, most of us in like the audience, we didn't know each other. And so they was like, okay, go out, network, meet each other, collaborate, have a good time. We out there, y'all. And I just was like, you know what? My brother invited me, so let me just roll with him. Y'all, I watched this man go from person to person to person. And he has a top tier, absolutely incredible product and service that can change your whole life, that can put you in front of so many different people. This guy is absolutely incredible at his gift. But if you can't effectively communicate that gift, if you can't connect with people, if you cannot disarm people, I'm telling you right here, right now, your gift, as great as it is, ain't going nowhere, okay? And so I watched my brother go from person to person, not being able to connect, not being able to reach people, and he was just like basically shooting the dark. And so this what was happening, and I was sitting back watching him. So I was like, let me check it out, fill it out a little bit, and eventually I started to do what I'm about to teach y'all today, and I let him see me do it. And he was like, "Oh, that makes so much sense." And so networking hour, they're like, "Okay, get up, meet each other, get your business cards, let's go." I watched my brother go around. Hey, you need to start a course, and I can do this right here for you. He starts shooting out what he can do. He starts shooting out his processes. He starts shooting out the videos he's done. He just started to really just almost like word vomit on people. This was before a hello, how you doing? This was before thank you so much for sharing. This was before any of that happened. And I understand people don't like small talk. I get it. I don't like it all the time neither. But what you got to understand is the market don't like what you don't like. You got to begin to trust and follow what the market is asking for. And so you may not like small talk, but if you want to do big business, you better figure out a way to get into small talk, convert that into a real relationship so that y'all can have those deep conversations. And so he literally went from person to person. And these are big developers, y'all. These are people who are really in their thing, doing a business, millionaires. These are people who are transforming lives. And he would immediately, I would watch him go up to them, shoot a shot, say, hi, my name is, shoot his shot. I would watch them go from, I'm gonna give you my card to, never mind. I watched it one after the next one after the next one. And I'm like, what is happening? You got such a great product, bro, but you about to literally like mess this thing up. And that's some of you right now. You're trying to figure out, why is nobody buying my stuff? Why are they literally seeming to run from me? What is happening in my business? It's probably because you ain't got, communication skills that you need. It's probably because they can smell the commission breath, the paycheck breath, the desperation in your voice for a sale. It's because they can tell you don't care about them. And until you establish credibility and authority, which comes only through if they like you, if they know you, if they trust you, they'll never buy from you. And so what I'm about to teach you literally changed my business from being like $1,600 in sales a month to doing over $50,000 in sales a month every single month. Okay? And so I need you to pull your paper and pencil out, take these notes, because baby, I'm about to put you on game. And so as I watched my brother do this right here. I watched him constantly get shut down left and right. Shut down left and right. And I knew that if they really knew him and connected with him, they would love his product. But he was giving off run. And the first thing I want you to write down is, if you chase, they will run. Success is attracted. So if you chasing people, buy this, you need this, and you going crazy on people, I'm telling you, they're going to think you're a lunatic, and they're going to run away. They're going to be like, too much, too soon, out. Think about it. Dating, business is very similar to dating, okay? And so if you were out, say you're hanging out at a restaurant, you're just kind of sitting there chilling a little bit, and somebody comes up and say, hey, I got us a hotel room upstairs. Can I take you upstairs real quick? You're going to be like, axe murderer, this creeper, run for your life. That's the same type of thing. So you cannot be in your business like a billboard. I see people doing it all the time. Before you make a meaningful connection, before you disarm them, which is what I'm going to teach you at the end of this, you mess it up. And so this is what I want you to write down. One, if you chase them, they will run. So what do you have to start doing? Stop chasing. Stop looking desperate. How do you do this? This is called the CARE method. Write it down. C-A-R-E, the CARE method. First thing you want to do, start the conversation off. How are you doing? What do you do as a career? What do you do? You want to tap into them. What I learned in my years as an entrepreneur, people are very shallow. You are too. So don't get it twisted. You too. Me too. We're very shallow. We like to talk about ourselves. And so it's the gift of the master asker. The one who asks the most questions is the one that's in charge. And so if you're going in and you flabber, and every time someone asks a question, you over give it to them, guess what? You are losing control, and you're probably going to lose the sale. You're going to give out way too much. You must learn how to listen. So first you want to start off asking them about their business, asking them about themselves. What do you do? How did you get into this? Ask them about their occupation. You want to start this off with their career, their business. So ask that question. So what do you do for a living? Then once they go into that right there, let them talk, and you just begin to start really listening. You don't ask these questions if you're not going to listen, because the whole point of you asking the question is to listen. So listen to the answer, and I promise you, if you listen to the answers to these questions, you will learn what their needs are, what their interests are, what their strengths are, and where you can fit in to deliver with your product and or service. Okay? And so once you get the career down, the next thing I want you to ask is, what activities do they like to do? What do they do for fun? Most entrepreneurs, I'm going to tell you right now, ain't got no life. They ain't got no life. They generally don't want to even go to these networking events. They be tired. Because if you're an entrepreneur, you are everything in your business. And when it comes to time off, you just want to take a break. Most of us work, like, especially when you're building, when you're trying to build something, it literally takes up all your time. And don't add in being married with kids, baby. It's a lot. And so most entrepreneurs don't do much. But you want to ask them, what do you do for like the activity? What do you do for fun? How do you spend your time? Like, what do you do for free time? That right there gonna show you, man, we don't really kick it much. And maybe there's an opportunity for you to say, hey, you want to go get coffee? We want to get lunch? We want to go do this right here? This is how you're beginning to establish a rapport. It's called being a master asker. You want to ask the questions. That's how you keep control of the conversation. This is how you set the tone to do business, and you think long term. We're not looking at a sale today because I got to pay my light bill tomorrow. Even though that's a real thing, but that's not the mindset you should go into these spaces with. Because if you do that, I'm telling you right now, the same response my brother got in that event, you're going to get the same response, okay? People shut him down left and right. I could feel when they would clamp up. Because it's like, think about it. As an entrepreneur, yourself, people always want something from you. Why? Because they can feel the gift, the oil on you. And so what you got to understand is, it's like a breath of fresh air. When you can meet somebody who understands that, pour into me, tell me what to do. I think all the time. I don't want to have to think about everything. I'm always on guard because people want to abuse and misuse my gift. And so if you come into my, can I pick your mind? It's like a vulture or something. What are you saying? Like, that instantly turns off an entrepreneur. That instantly shuts them all the way down. So what you want to do is you want to begin to disarm them because they already are so used to people coming after them, always wanting something. And they always want something for nothing. Don't be that person. You sow into them. Small talk is literally, now don't just stay on small talk all the time. You want to eventually build a real relationship. But small talk is your doorway. And so you start off with their career. Then you ask them about their activities. Then you ask them about their relationships. Like, hey, talk about their family. Talk about their friends. Talk about their connections. Hey, are you married? Hey, how's your kids? And I need you to remember this. Because a lot of times when I'm collecting this information, I remember it. I'll go and I'll type it in my notes on my phone. And when I see the person again, because most times I got a pretty photographic memory and autographic memory too, where I can, if you tell me something, I'm going to probably remember it. Especially when it comes to my business. And so I'll see them and say, hey, how's the kids? How was little Tommy, little Shaquan, little Sherrod's little basketball game? They'll be like, oh my God, you really remember that? Yes, because I was in the moment. A big issue I see with entrepreneurs is we don't be in the moment. We want to get to the sale. It's almost like you got to hit it and quit it mentality when it comes to business. If that's how you operate, you're going to be out of business real fast. Because that is not how you treat people. You got to put people over profits. You cannot use people for your profits. I'm telling you right now, if that's how you're coming at it, you're going to lose. And me, I think and play long term because it's about relationships. Everything is about relationships. Don't forget that. The last part of care is engagement. Here is when you share the purpose, the message that you have. You share why. So, what do you do for a living? What do you do for fun? How's the family? Hey, I would love to get lunch with you, and I would love to treat you to lunch because of XYZ. You see how beautifully that flows? That helps you begin to know how to enter into a relationship. Especially in a day and age where everything is textable, emailable, we've kind of taken a human out of so many different things. But you can't take the human out, the emotional touch, the connection, the real bonds. That can never be replaced or duplicated. I don't care how much AI is coming in. Your human touch, like the DNA, the fingerprints that we all have, can never be replicated. No one can do it. I don't care what they say. They can never, like, removing humanity out of everything, it's going to crumble. That's just what it is. And so what I want you to do is take this method, the care method, use it at your next networking event. Even use it with your husband, use it with your kids, use it with family, because most of y'all are not even tapped in with people around you. You're so busy trying to get to the next dollar, trying to get to the next thing. And I get we got stuff to do, but it's time to put the human back into, like, business. Put the human back into family. Put the human back into, like, what we're doing. Because if you're always to the next, I'm about my money. And granted, I'm about my money, baby. Don't get it twisted. I'm about my bag. But I'm also in love with God's people. I honor them. I respect them. I really do care about them. And that's why this is called the care method. And so if you are going to use this, I want you to go use it and come back and comment on this video and tell me what happened. Also, we still got room for you to join the empire, where go-getters meet in order to collaborate, connect, and begin to build the empires God called you to build in this time, in this age, in this season, with like minds just like you and me. And so I love y'all. Like this video, share this video, tag a friend, and y'all, thank y'all so much for y'all time. I love y'all.